so conscious. Crazy, y'all. Crazy. Here we go. Lucid dreams, so I can't be out here living stupid. I love hard, so you could say I was shot by Cupid. Say less, but every now and then I drop my 2 cents. Tunnel vision could really be a nuisance. ISO, yeah, you know we be the movement. Don't ask what we doing, just know we always keep it moving. Watch out for intruders, still a student to the game. You don't see me rocking chains, cause I think that is lame. All my brothers getting slain from the police, blood stains leaking on the concrete. All my aunties always warn me to stay up off the street, cause he's tucking heat, yeah, the feeling of defeat. And constantly finding ways to level up my mind state. Ain't no justice for us, you could peep it in the crime rate. I left behind all those trying to set me up like a blind date. That duo sizzle just like a hot plate. Zooming on the Jackie like we got weight. I mean it's just a few grams, but I got faith, cause I was born in interfaith. Tell them plug me in like the interface. Speakers blasted, shake the flowers in the face. Learning to break out of my commonplace. Still trying to be, so I let common play. They calling me Illmatic, I'm the modern day. Wanna go toe to toe, tell them I'm delayed. Mommy go E-I, how Nelly say it. Uh-oh, this flow here cutthroat. I just reload while they upload. Tell them that merch coming in by the truckload. Gotta do this to the utmost. Run it up like Hussein till they unbolt. You won't really learn till you sit down, be humble. So conscious. She getting crazy, y'all. She getting crazy. Here we go. Lucid dreams, so I can't be out here living stupid. I love hard, so you could say I was shot by Cupid. Say less, but every now and then I drop my 2 cents. Tunnel vision, cause niggas could really be a nuisance. ISO, yeah, you know we be the fucking movement. Don't ask what we doing, just know we always keep it moving. Watch out for intruders, still a student to the game. You don't see me rocking chains, cause I think that shit is lame. All my brothers getting slain from the police, blood stains leaking on the concrete. All my aunties always warn me to stay up off the street, cause these niggas tucking heat, yeah, the feeling of defeat, nigga. Constantly finding ways to level up my mind state. Ain't no justice for us, you could peep it in the crime rate. I left behind all those trying to set me up like a blind date. That duo sizzle just like a hot plate. Zooming on the Jackie like we got weight. I mean, it's just a few grams, but I got faith, cause I was born in interfaith. Tell them plug me in like the interface. Speakers blasted, shake the flowers in the face. Learning to break out of my commonplace. Still trying to be, so I let common play. They calling me Illmatic, I'm the modern day. Wanna go toe to toe, tell them I'm delayed. Mommy go E-I-E-I, how Nelly say it. Uh-oh, this flow here cutthroat. I just reload while they upload. Tell them that merch coming in by the truckload. Gotta do this to the utmost. Run it up like Usain till they unbolt. You won't really learn till you sit down, be humble.
What is going on, people? What is going on, people? Welcome to another edition of Hustlers Kung Fu Live. I'm going to cut up tonight because I'm in a good mood. If you didn't know, the price of the corporate toolbox is going up in November. And just before we even get into all this, November, we're going to get into how to create a sales process. And then December, we're going to get into branding. And then we're going to get also into a second webinar, which I'm going to term business classes, but I will send out an email. So today's the 30th. You got until tomorrow. And on the 1st, the price is going up. Got a lot of folks. Like today is the most people that jump in the corporate toolbox I've ever seen. It's like literally every 5 minutes. Ding, ding, ding. So folks are getting in. So if you, the links below, go ahead and get up in that. All right. So we're going to talk about some stuff. Howard Cooper is always up in the house first. What's up? What's up, dude? What's up, Jabras? What's up, people? What's going on? I'm in a good mood. Today, if you didn't know, because I don't know if y'all can gauge my moods, today is a fasting day. Essentially, something that started the 11th of the month. is called alternate day fasting. I'll be getting heavy into that on the the Manifest Destiny channel, because I've lost 12 pounds since the 11th, and the day is only the 30th, so that's like 17 days. 17 days. So pretty much I'm going to get where I want to be probably by December, which would be cool. So let's kind of talk about some stuff. What's up, Martin? What's going on, people? What's going on? What is up? What is up? Let me go ahead and Fulton Industrial has been clean. I've been there this morning. See, I'm gonna have to break real in this. We gonna get down and dirty tonight. Thank you. What is going on? All right. What's going on? Yeah, there was some Christmas music in that mix. What's up? All right. We will be... Let me just go ahead and tell you all where I'm at. At one point, for the Disruptive Male channel, which I deleted, and I've deleted because there was 2, and I deleted it because I wanted to give guys the game. And what I was doing was giving people after game. All of the stories and stuff, this was after I had did the internal work to get me there, and I felt that I was shortchanging the guys, so I just deleted all of the videos, and I just decided to start from scratch with a more instructional foundation deal. But before I did that, I was going to come up with a sugar baby course, and once I got into it, I was just like, I'm not going to lead men down this dark cesspool. So I've been doing the research, but now the research has become economic. When I first got on there, I was able to use my disruptive male protocols to get some chicks to meet up in real life, and I ain't pay them nothing. So one of the things that, because I learned how to navigate the site, but let's go ahead and fast forward to about 4 weeks ago. I started to notice that a lot of women were coming on the site. Like literally every time you log in, you see because essentially when there's someone's new, they get a little badge that says new. And I started to see more and more of those badges, and each week it has increased. And I was sitting there like, this is very interesting. And it has increased, and I started to engage and start to talk to these chicks, and most of them won't talk to me, because if you're not about like, Daddy go give me some money, Daddy go give me cash app, I'm not paying these hoes no money, but some of them, I was talking to one who's on the site every day, and she has 3 sugar daddies. And I'm like, you got 3, why are you still on there? She's like, it's not, it's inconsistent in trust and all this other stuff. So actually, I'm going to meet this chick. She agreed to meet. I don't have to pay her no money to meet. So I'm going to question her. I'm going to get all kind of juice and stuff. Jumping on this site has 10x'd, about 10x. And the number, and also the ages. Tons and tons of single mothers. Also, there are women in their 50s. There are women in their 60s. I haven't seen a 70-year-old yet, but if I do, I will let y'all know. And I'm just sitting there like, Grandma, what? Grandma, what are you doing? Grandma, you're 65 years old. What are you doing on the Sugar Baby website? What? And I'm just sitting there like, the economy. Okay. And one of them I was talking to, she was complaining because we were talking and she got very unhappy with me because I wasn't going to give her no sugar. And then I started talking to her again today, and she said most of these dudes wanted Fulton County Hos. So hence the show. I was like, that's a good name for a show. Fulton County Hos, Fulton Industrial Hos. And, you know, it's just cheap fun. And she's like, none of them are like you. You know, and like, I found out a lot of stuff that a lot of dudes on these sites are perpetrating the fraud. They don't have no money. They're just playing games. They're just trying to get some of that low-hanging fruit, right? So that is one economic indicator of what's going on. That is a big economic indicator. The second indicator, corporate layoffs happens every Christmas, except they're early this year. Airlines laying off people. Oil companies are laying off people. Everybody's laying off, man. They're laying off. And they started early. This is a sign of the economy. So we have the 10x increase in women who are trying to, and also let me go ahead and give you the math. The number of real sugar daddies is small. The number of wannabe sugar babies is as big as all outdoors. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's like, don't you folks understand there's only so many sugar daddies to go around? There's only so many. They don't care. And also, if you have some spare time, go on YouTube and TikTok, put in sugar daddy, and there's some girls who figured out how to trick the algorithm. Hold on. They're doing these videos that they're saying that you could be a virtual sugar baby, get you a cyber sugar daddy. And they just straight up lying, because I have actually talked to two real sugar daddies, and it's like those girls are giving women false hope and false expectations. Falsehoods. So if you got some spare time, go ahead and check those out. All right, so we got the number of sugar babies exploding. We have corporate layoffs. And Google this, CoreLogic. We've had the highest level of mortgage delinquencies in the last 20 years, which includes the last recession. That's in that 20. So the mortgage level delinquencies, these are people who are 90 days behind on their mortgage or more, are higher than they were in 2008, 2009, 2010. Why are these people being foreclosed on? Because of the stimulus package and the moratorium on evictions and the moratorium on foreclosures. So this stuff is stacking up. And each month, and also I checked unemployment numbers. Unemployment, which has come down from 6.6 million a week to over 800,000 per week, is still going on. It's been over 800,000 for going on 12 weeks. That 800,000, that's a very important number. That is more than at the peak of the Great Recession. That is more than, so let's take sugar babies running to the website, mortgage delinquencies, layoffs, and we put this in the pot, right, and mix it all up. It's a nasty, nasty dish that's coming. I got a video that's going to drop. I may just go ahead and put it on Savage Finance, because essentially the foreclosure mortgage crisis is going to begin in 2021. It's going to start in 2021. Regardless if the Democrats get the presidency, the Senate, they can put these moratoriums in place. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's say you're in the house and you get a year behind on your mortgage. That's untenable. That's untenable for so many people. That's going to be really, really bad. So they could put these protections in place, but at some day, the bell has got to ring. The bell has got to ring. And it's going to be nasty. It's going to start in 2021. 2022 is when it's going to start rolling, because there's going to be so many foreclosures and evictions that the courts are going to be clogged. Remember, a foreclosure, like in the last real estate recession deal, foreclosures, there were people who stayed in their house 2-3 years because it took so long to get to them. This time, we're talking about way more. So essentially what's going to happen is going to start in 2021 and is going to start really rolling 2022, 2023, and 2024. Now, what does this mean? That if you are a person that's positioned, that has cash, and you could buy a rental property cash and become a renter, because a lot of people who are current homeowners right now, they're going to become renters. They're going to become renters. There's going to be a group of people who have enough equity in their house to sell it, get from under that mortgage, and then they're going to move into an apartment or they're going to move into a rental house. So the rental market is about to be massive. It's going to be crazy. What's up, Steve Jameson? You know about Metropolitan Parkway, aka Stewart Avenue. It used to be called Stewart Avenue back in the day. Yes, intermittent fasting is awesome. Man, I'm in a really good mood because on my fasting days, my energy level gets really, really high, and I'm happy and I'm zooted. Because next month we're going to get into sales process in the corporate toolbox. And because essentially, everyone's kind of hopping in for the corporate stuff, but setting up your holding company, setting up your operating companies and all that other stuff, that's really simple. And that is a structural type deal, setting up your corporate entity. But where we cook with gas is in the marketing section, in how to market, where to market, and in the creating sales processes. That section's going to rock. That because I got a wonderful email from someone in the corporate toolbox this morning, and he says this one section was worth the 35. This one webinar was worth the 3,500 because he was able to take that information and apply it to his business, and he said he made like $10,000 that week using that information. So I'm really suited. I'm really happy. All right. I'm getting ready to do a lot of stuff for November. Goddess Noel, you know about it, right? You know about it, right? Right? I mean, because when she said they were looking for Fulton Industrial Hos, I was like, let me tell you a little story. Long time ago, I used to sell new furniture online, and one of actually 3 of my furniture distributors were on Fulton Industrial. And man, I would go get some furniture. I would see some skanky looking, some skanks. I mean, they were like everywhere. I haven't been to Fulton Industrial in, a long time. I don't know what's over there now. I know that there are certain hotels over there that were hot zones for prostitution. They tore those hotels down. But I don't know what's over there now, but I know what it used to be. And when she said Fulton Industrial Avenue Hos, I was like, you know something, girl. You know something. So what we're going to have is like I said, it's going to take some time for it to work its way through the system. But we're going to probably see the largest foreclosure crisis ever on record. All right, DeMario, you know about it. Some folks who know about old school Atlanta. Some folks who know. Been the bartender, granny squeezing all the value she can out that thing. That thing. Man, dude, every time I log onto the site, I start rolling. I'm like, what are you doing on here? And the number of overweight booger wolves and hobbits in their 40s, I'm like, there's this one chick, because like I can't communicate with anyone because I haven't bought any credits. I like, if we were having the communication, I can't, because it's kind of expensive to talk to them because the men have to pay to talk to the potential sugar babies. So I'm just like, I haven't reloaded up in a while. So I'm just sitting here observing what's going on to the site. And it's just fascinating because there's this one girl, she looked like a werewolf. I mean, she had that werewolf face, this wide mouth, and this wide forehead. And I was like, you look like a werewolf, girl. What you doing on the Sugar Baby website? What? You know what you look like. You know what you look like, right? Y'all folks know. I'm bringing you the cold economic. Like, seriously, this is an indicator. Remember the book Freakonomics? Go to Amazon and get. Let's see. Let's bring this up. All right. So let me. All right. So go ahead and get into Freakonomics. Freakonomics talks about this because Freakonomics was able to get a lot of cold economic data by looking at things like this. So check it out. It's a good book. Steve Jameson, stop it. Stop it. Stop it, man. Y'all are cracking me up, man. Y'all are cracking me up. Oh, man. Boeing's laying off. Hey, I'm just trying to give y'all the granny wants some young meat, man. Ugh, who's gonna do that, man? Who's gonna do that? What's up? Roger Marine, yeah, man. Booger Wolves, laying whales. I mean, they're on there. Josh Farr, thanks for the $5 super chat. 2021 is going to be the beginning, and it's going to really start rolling in 2022 and 2023. Those are going to be the years, because I may adjust my economic calendar. I may put the money in dividend stock while I wait. But the deals are going to be about 2022, because here's the thing. People are getting laid off. Nope. Doesn't matter who wins. I'm still good. Doesn't matter who wins. Troy Glover, Trump. Now, we know Donald lies. We know Donald lies, right? Donald lies. He's always lying. I'm going to say Miami and Orlando, there's going to be a lot of cheap real estate there, because if you go to Zillow and look at property values, you could get a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath house with a pool for like $150. Well, that was last time I checked. I don't know if that's now, but see, the thing is, since Florida is a very tourist-driven state, the wages are low, so people don't have a lot of money in Florida. Even though there are certain people like in certain parts of Florida who are ultra rich, the average Floridian don't have no money. All right, engineer life skills. Oh man, Club Nicky's, Michael Childs. Oh, I used to go to Club Nicky's back in the day. I would get off work, second shift, I would go to Club Nicky's in my scrubs. Those chicks thought I was a doctor, and they'd be over there. I only had $60 in my pocket, man. I wasn't balling. I looked like a baller, but I wasn't balling. It's funny. Kevin Lugman, under California AB 3088, all unpaid rents from March 1st to J must be pursued. What? Kevin, that's wow. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Hey, man, Wayman Brown, if you own it, live there, man. Because essentially, for those who were prepared, for those who have the economic might, 2022, 23 are going to be amazing years. DeMario, you used to have them chicks doing double monkey backflips on you, man. Double monkey backflips. What? That's funny. That is funny. Brandon Tate, man, I know. Roger Marine, if you want, because essentially, if you're going to try to time the market, you need to sell your house now and rent somewhere for 2 years while all this stuff unfolds. Because if you try to sell your house during the downturn, you're not going to get what you can get for now. Get for it now. Depends on how you buy the real estate. Like a lot of people who are leveraged, who are having a lot of these tenants not paying rent, they're gonna take it on the chin. So it really depends upon your marketplace, how you buy, your strategy. It really, really depends. But you can do regular real estate from now probably to almost the end of 2021, and it'll be just fine. Because it's going to take some time for it to work out, for the market to work it out. Kevin Davis, it is hard. These sugar babies. Let me just take a look and see what just. Oh man, I got my glasses on, so my phone ain't gonna open up. Let's see. There's some strange stuff on here. There's some it's wild. It's wild. It's so wild. Good Lord. And commercial real estate is taking a bath right now. I mean, she looked like a werewolf, man. Wait a minute, you killing me, man. You killing me. Oh, man. That reminds me of a little story. I was dating this chick who was about 48. She didn't look 48. She looked like a little child. She was like 5'2", 115 pounds. Really, real cute chick. Then one night we were, and it was so good because she had some good yaya. I'm gonna have to give her credit. She had some good yaya, and she was riding it. You know when they riding it right, and then she's like, next morning, he's like, "Do you think I'm pregnant?" And I was like, no, you're not pregnant. That factory's closed. It's the way that she looked at me, right? Because I know statistically, once a woman is 45 to 48, and now, once again, gentlemen, be careful. If the woman has had children before, if she had children in her 20s and 30s, she can get pregnant at 48 or even 50. Because that factory is primed and used. But if she's never had any kids, and this chick never had any kids, and then she's like, 2 weeks later, she said, my period came. I was like, and she sounded sad, right? And I was like, yeah, I told you, you're not getting pregnant. You ain't getting pregnant. No. Nope, it ain't happening. Oh yeah, Freakonomics is a good book. It opens up your eyes. You never know, man, because like I've been having fun with it, but on the real, you got to ask yourself, why are all these women all of a sudden jumping on this website? They need money. I mean, the ones I've talked to, I mean, some horrible stories, man. Some horrible stories. Creeks. Engineer Life Skills. The book was cool. The Economics of Drug Dealing blew my mind. I actually, when I lived in the West End, I knew drug dealers that I made more money than working a crappy job. So, yep, the book is on point. Man, names are everything, man. Names are everything. Fulton Industrial Hos, man. Fulton Industrial Hos. You know, Kevin, I'm thinking about doing this because one of the things that's going to emerge from the corporate toolbox is some books. And everyone that's enrolled in the corporate toolbox is going to get these books. I'm getting ready, like I said. This is why there will not be a Black Friday special or Christmas special because I sent out an email. There's like 8 stages of the corporate toolbox that's going to roll off until like damn near March. And, you know, I'm not like jacking the price up to 10 G's because ultimately that's where we're going to get. But I'm going to keep it because like I'm going to raise the price to $4,000 and I'm just going to extend the payment plan for November. So, you know, I'm not like, because I've learned my lesson from past launches. I've learned my lesson. Thank you, DJ Crime. It's going to be ugly. BG is ignore. It's going to be ugly because see, this is one of the things because you know you got Trump. You know we're going to have a V-shaped recovery and the economy is not doing fine. I personally know 10 people that have moved in with mom and dad or grandma. Personally, that I know that could not make it out here on their own. And this is right now. And once this thing starts unwinding, really starts on, because like, you know, 2020 is the year of uncomfort. You can't go out. You can't have the gatherings. All right. 2021, 2022 will be real economic pain. Real economic pain. IHOP and Applebee's, I don't know about that. See, these corporations with stocks and the ability, because like the Cheesecake Factory, I order from the Cheesecake Factory all the time. I got a crazy DoorDash habit, right? Crazy. They'll be fine. These corporations will be fine. IHOP and Applebee's will be fine. It's these small mom and pop one location restaurants that they're going out of business left and right. Sea donkeys. That's a new one to me, man. Never heard that before. Exxon laying off. But see, they're starting to lay off middle management because another thing that this pandemic has exposed is who's working and who's not. And corporate America has like, What? Corporate America's listening, and middle management's about to be raised. And see, this is the thing. This isn't going to be going on just for 2021. This is going to be going on for 2 or 3 years. Lauren Hazel, man, do you know how many women I see deciding to be in lesbian relationship because they're sugar babies? I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. Lauren Hazel, you made me remember Hawaii. I used to work. Her name was Penny, Sergeant Penny. We're gonna call her Sergeant Penny. Sergeant Penny was about 5'5", green eyes, curly hair. She was black, and this chick will turn straight chicks lesbian left and right. Left and right. Left and right. And I know one time, because I didn't know she was bisexual. I thought she was a straight lesbian, right? So one night, we were all coming back from doing the tow room and stuff, and I was like a super friendly, and I just, because she was like so tiny, I just came behind her and got her in this big hug. You know, she grabbed my dick. And I mean, she didn't just like grab it. She grabbed it and stroked it and got me erect. And I was like, I didn't know what to do with that, because she was like a purported lesbian. So I'm like walking around all bent over, and so we start hanging out, because after that I was like, hey, let's hang out tonight, right? Because she didn't grab my dick. Let's see what else you could do. And she's like, okay. So I'm over at a place, we drinking and stuff, and at that time I was like really in shape. I had a 6-pack, and I would wear sweatpants or sweat shorts with no drawers so you could see my print, right? And that's how I went over there, and I made sure she saw my print. And she started to tell me all of these women that she had turned out, all of these women, and she started to tell me her methodology and how she did it and everything. And we just sitting there drinking and drinking. And about 2 o'clock in the morning, I just take my dick out. And she's like, oh. First time I ever had sex with a lesbian. It was good too. It was good. I mean, that was like, it was like you need a shoehorn to get up in there, man. I was like, woo. Good times, man. Good times. Lauren Hazel. Oh, man. See, Lauren Hazel, you remind me, because a lesbian will approach a straight woman like, you need some money? They will give you money. And they will make you feel safe and secure. I've seen this. I've seen it up in action. I mean, it's the craziest thing. What's up? Good Lord. All right. Let's see. The Donster's a dealer. I think the self-driving trucks are really a ways off, but they're coming. 150K. 8 million homeowners are in delinquency. Go back and look at the stats of what happened in the Great Recession, and you will see that number was smaller than 8 million. And also, it's 8 million and growing. It's growing. It's not going down. It's going up. I mean, this is going to be an ugly period. What's going on? Wow. Yeah, I mean, I peeped that when I went to Florida with all these people working in these restaurants, working at Disney and all these resorts and stuff. They don't make a lot of money, man. Stewart Avenue used to be crazy. Stewart Avenue used to be insane. I remember when I first came to Fort Mac, the place that Tyler Perry now owns. How crazy is that? One of my friends, he took me down Stewart Avenue because I just in there. He said, "You gotta see something." Literally, the hose would be hanging off of the street lamps in fluorescent colors. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. Mobile homes, they're not making any more mobile home parks. The existing mobile home parks are it. So that supply is shrinking. All right, honey bunny. Hey, double up, double up. Man, it's going to be crazy if Donald doesn't win. It's going to be insane. Well, rents across the nation have dropped for the first time in years. So I would not be surprised. COVID-19 this is the most money I've ever made in my life. So, COVID. Lance Brown, thanks for the $5 super chat. Really? Landlords may be responsible for moving costs? Get out of here. That's crazy. Man, like I said, for those of you who want to, now is the time to sell. Because right now the market is at an all-time high. Inventory is short. But you're going to have to rent and wait it out 2 years to rebuy. So you come out in the positive. Man, let me go ahead and tell you, when I had credits, I used to get blocked all the time because, see, my orientation is, let me just go ahead and speak plainly, like it's just me and you. If you are a man that's going to pay a chick $500 to have dinner with you, you are the epitome of a simp. You have no game whatsoever. I mean, I'll keep it a buck in these. You'd be better off fucking a fat chick than doing some shit like that. I'm like, you're going to pay some chick $500 to sit and eat dinner with you, pay for dinner as well, so you could be, depending on where you go, $550 to $600 to $700 out of pocket just to have a chick talk to you? How weak is your game? I'm sitting there like, I got the money. I can do it all day long. It's just stupid. I'm like, I remember I got into this fight with this chick and she's like, you must not be a sugar daddy. I was like, sweetheart, I make more money than you and your parents make in a month. And I make more money in a month than you and your parents make in a year. It ain't about the money. It's the principle. That's just stupid. Because when I was running my Craigslist protocols, that was the year that I made the 1.5 million. I wasn't spending my money on hoes. That's just crazy. Crazy. I mean, in part of my attitude, because one chick's like, I read your profile. You really got an attitude. I was like, because I'm the shit. I'm the man. I am not one of these simple-minded simps that's going to pay some chick who's pretty $500 to have dinner with me. That's insanity to me. So if you're one of those weak men, man, you need to get yourself over to Manifest Desto and raise your game, because I'm here to tell you, in the current marketplace, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Lauren Hazel, they're giving free rent in New York and luxury apartments to get folks to rent them. It's not working. A lot of people left New York, man. A lot of people got out of New York. Thank you, Rudy. They're all the way from Korea. People don't have no money. Well, Steve Jameson, what I predict is it's going to be a huge cluster. Because first of all, there's going to be so many foreclosures that some of these people are going to be in these houses 3-4 years. This is why I say it starts in 2021. It really catches fire 2022. It starts rolling 2023. So due to the pandemic, our economy is going to be messed up for the next 3 to 5 years. If you're not a producer, you're not a business owner, you're not out here killing dragons. If you're not out here trying to make it, if you just got a job, like there are people right now who are good. They're good right now. They will not be good in 6 months. They will not be. I mean, I'll be talking. Well, I used to, because like I said, I'm not spending any money on any more credits. I used to talk mad shit to these chicks because I'm like, you know how unrealistic you are? And like I used to send out paragraphs like the number of sugar babies is like this. And the number of sugar daddies are like this. You do the math, you simple-minded hoe. Douglas Jones, wow, that's crazy. Raining Woman, hey, I'm in a good mood tonight. So I know Diana's Orchards, a lot of them are lazy. A lot of them are really, really lazy. Well, Ben the bartender, like, guys, just go ahead. Once you leave the stream, go ahead and go to YouTube and put in Sugar Baby and go to TikTok and put in Sugar Babies. And you will see a multitude of videos where these girls are like, you can get a sugar daddy and you don't have to give it up and he's going to pay you to be his side. They're just tricking the algorithm to get views. Because the reality is, because I talked to 2 real sugar babies and they were like, and they said the same thing, that these chicks are just lying to these chicks. Just lying. Habishiba Queen Daradi. As a sugar baby, you are an employee. Kind of like a slave, depending upon the situation. So I would agree with you. Babes was popping last night. Babes is still open? Wow, man. You taking me back. It's been so long since I've been over to Fulton Industrial. Kevin Lugman, I would suggest that you get into the corporate toolbox. It's going to be the best thing I've ever done. Wayman Brown, oh, that's funny. Well, here's the thing. I started this first version of this business during the recession. And I grew it to $1 million business in 3 years during the recession. So recessions create millionaires and it creates billionaires because so many people are like, oh God, it's horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. And they refuse to sit down and think because people still got to eat. People still got to have gas. People still got to have. There's so many ways to make money during a recession if you're willing to work. Don't get high on your own supply. That's funny. Royston, thanks for the $15 super chat. IHOP ain't going nowhere, man. IHOP ain't going nowhere. Douglas Jones, big chains have access to corporate capital and credit. Absolutely. Landlord's going to work with them. Struggle bees. Struggle bees. Y'all are killing me. I've never heard that name before. Peppermint Tea High is going to be a V-shaped recovery with companies like Disney, Hilton, laying people. Many of the folks who were saying it was going to be a V-shaped recovery, they stopped saying that because what's happening is the economy is still going down. It hasn't plateaued. It hasn't leveled off. And it's going to have to level off before it starts going up again. And we're still going down. Just like those guys, they were talking about these chicks who were mad because they had to date down. Economy still going down. J.C. Penney's is hanging on, man. They hanging on. Half of my downtown city is gone, even the cell phone store. See, Hashiba Queen Dara, this is what I'm talking about. And this is why there will not be a V-shaped recovery. Because so many of these small, single location businesses have gone out of business. They have gone out of business. And the people who used to work there no longer have a job. And see, unemployment is only going to go on for so long. Douglas Jones, yeah, exactly. C.S. Smith the ruler, thank you for the $50 super chat. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna be the king of the pay to play. Don't judge me. C. Smith the ruler, let me give you a little game right here. Since you want to go there, I'm gonna give you a little game. First of all, you can negotiate with these hoes. Now, one of the things is they absolutely hate it. I'm gonna tell you a story that happened where a chick was talking like $1,000 for an hour, and I was like, sorry, I can't do that. I'll offer you $150. And she said, oh no, I can't do it for $150. That's like giving it away. No. 2 weeks later, she came back. So C.S. Smith the ruler, whatever they ask for, give them way less. The average prostitute makes $150. That's what the average prostitute, like these high-end escorts, that's really rarefied air. There's only a certain number of men who are going to pay a chick $1,000 to hit it for an hour. There's only a handful of men with the cash to do that. So there's only a handful of high-class call girls. The most of the average, Google it, the average income of a prostitute's like $27,000, $30,000 a year. And these are the girls who are not picky, who don't have all these standards. It's like if you got the money, they hop on it, they ride it, right? So C.S. Smith, start negotiating and know your worth. If you're a man and that you have the ability to support this habit, you can get more bang for your buck than you believe. Right now, you can get more bang for your buck. Because I used to, like, whatever they say, I would cut in half or sometimes a third, and 70% of them came back. 70% of them. So that's a little free game for you. I would say, yeah, it's 2007, 2008, because the big meltdown, it's going to start in 2021. We will start to see signs of the seismic shift, because, like the aftershocks, the pre-shocks that come before the earthquake, we'll see all of that in 2021. But 2022 is when you will start to see the market flooded with properties. People are going to be panic selling. You're going to see all kinds of stuff. Pretty much engineer life skill. Pretty much automation is ruling the nest. Automation is taking over. Because the corporations saw what happened and see this pandemic, because corporations are like, can we do it with less people? Can we make the same money with less people? If we can do that, let's do that. And they saw, with everyone being pushed out the offices, working at home, they saw that a lot of people really weren't working, and they saw who was working. And this is why middle management for the next year is going to be, if you're middle management, you're going to be taking it on the chin. It's going to be rough. Thank you, Peppermint Tea. A lot of gyms are going to close because it was such a razor thin margin industry to begin with. A lot of gyms will close because they're not going to be able to afford the rents. Pretty much evolve or die. Pretty much. Man, that was one of my, You know, let's just go ahead and have a little conversation since we're on it. Hashiba Queen Dara D. How many of you have ever had spiritual sex? You know, where you are having sex, you both come at the same time, and you bust one of them big nuts. You be like, you get a cramp in your ass. That's the kind of sex I had with that lesbian. Because I mean, it was in rhythm. It was just crazy, man. But yeah, she was a trisexual. And for a lesbian, she could suck a dick. She could, woo! I mean, part of the reason was she had a little small mouth and I got a big dick. So that combination and extra whoa! Man! It's been years since I thought about that, but that's probably one of the best blowjobs I ever had in my life. Because she had that little tiny mouth. That little tiny mouth. Love it. I love a girl with a tiny mouth. Hashiva, I am still that guy. I'm just older, a little wiser. Way wiser. Good Lord. Pretty much, man. She had some tight pussy. She was a lesbian. She wasn't getting the dick. She was a lesbian. And also during the Craigslist protocols. Oh, put this in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. I'm going to do the Manifest Destiny. I'm going to keep it straight. I'm going to keep it YouTube proper. But I'm thinking about starting the OnlyFans page for the stories and charge like $5 a month or something like that. How do y'all think that would fly? Because I want to tell, because I got so many stories, but I cannot tell them on YouTube because I would be blocked. Financial Hawks, that's funny. Goddess No, thanks for the $10 super chat. First of all, Goddess No, a lot of these chicks feel that they're going to get extraordinarily sums of money. That's one of the big lure. It's the same thing when someone signs up for drop shipping or Amazon FBA or day trading or Forex. It's like, I'm going to do this little thing and I'm going to get this huge, massive return. That's the big draw. I mean, when you hear a story that I'm a sugar baby and I get $500 to go on a date. What? Sign me up. And that's why they're doing it. They don't know the reality until they get into it. Yeah, California is a lot of people leaving California, man. A lot of people are leaving California. Jesse Sanders, Glendon, you have to keep in mind how much of the fantasy men like to make up. Every text the guy gets from one of these fake cyber sugar babies make them dream. Once again, Jesse Sanders, your game weak. I'm like, see, part of my attitude with this whole thing is I used to post an ad on Craigslist and have a beautiful, gorgeous woman come to my house without dating her, without spending any money on her. And we would do all kinds of wild and kinky things. And I did this for years. Because see, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this real quick. Many women have a sexual obsession story. They have a script in their head of some freaky, kinky sex. And if you can tap into it, it's like they're compelled to act it out in real life. And that's how I was so successful on Craigslist. Because the story was already there. I just tapped into it. And this is a concept that I talk about in the marketing section because it's the same thing. Because I was marketing for pussy. And I was speaking in the right language and it worked very well. I went to Freaknik, but you know, back then it was totally different. Pretty much. There's going to be a lot of chicks doing something strange for some change over the next 3 years. Well, when I was in Korea, I actually saw what you're talking about, Jesse Sanders. We were in Itaewon, we were in Seoul, Korea, and we had some guys who were transitioning from the DMZ zone, and we had women in our unit. And these guys were looking at our women like, oh my God, she's gorgeous. And this guy came over and he was talking to one of the chicks in the unit. He said, look, I got a pocket full of money. Whatever you want to do, let's just do that. I just want to look and talk to you. Because he had been deprived up there being on the DMZ. He'd been seriously deprived. Hashiba, Queen Dara, 2020 could be a great year if you're taking action, you're setting stuff up, if you're active. If you're just sitting back and like, woe is me, it's a horrible year. Seattle. Peppermint. People leaving New York, man. They're tired of the taxes. They're tired of the junk. Oh, mobile home sales are going to dramatically increase. They're going to dramatically increase. Ben the bartender? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What do you mean? How many holes did I pick? Brian Rozier. Apparently, you were not member of the Disruptive Mail before I deleted those videos. The tiny house thing, that's going to wear away because people want a normal size house. Susan. Honey Bunny, us fat chicks are winning right now, especially those with the money. The homosexuals, they coming for y'all. They coming for y'all. You got a little money, you got your own place, and you can cook. That's the trifecta. It's like, yeah, she fat, but she can suck a meat. Woo! Woo! Man. Fat chicks are winning. Fat chicks with money are winning right now. I would have to 100% agree with you. And especially if she's cute. I ain't gonna lie. I've knocked down a few really cute fat chicks. I've done it because they're beautiful. This one chick, she was about 5'5", about 185, 190 pounds. She was a chunky little monkey, but she was gorgeous. And yeah, I dove head up into it. Just was seen in public with her and everything because she was cute. She was cute. She was fat, but she was cute. Pretty much. God. Man, most of these chicks are dumb as a wheelbarrow full of bricks. They're not smart. They wouldn't be doing what they're doing. Pretty much, man. Pretty much. Oh, man. I don't remember that, but I can see it. There will be short sales. Yeah, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. What's the line from the Mac? My name is Willie Green, the lover man. Women like you come a dime a dozen, so you should be paying me for my time. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Actually, it's not. This is where I'm going to have to get into the training aspect because I'm probably going to create another course for Manifest Destiny talking about how to have game because here's something that you gentlemen don't know. Women are really, really emotional, right? And I have convinced and seduced women who didn't send me choosing signals. They were like sending me like, get the fuck away from me signals. Stop talking to me, man, signals. And I kept doing it and kept doing it. And then once I hit that right angle, they opened up. See, you can convince a woman that don't want nothing to do with you if you got game to get with you. And this is one of the hardest things because, I got a video on Manifest Destiny talking about this, and the guys just simply don't want to do the work because you've got to, just like when I was developing the Craigslist protocols, it took me months to nail the right ads. It was write an ad. Okay, that didn't work. What did we learn from that? Then write another one. Okay, that one didn't work. What did we learn from that? Just over and over and over. And it's work. And, most guys are lazy. They're like, I don't want to do that. I want to be like Chad. I want to be like Chad. And they just come up to me. A lot of guys just lazy. Really, Adonis Fuse. That's interesting. Brian, that's funny. What's up? What's up? No. Jaws, I believe that's going to be a really big issue myself. That's why I am locked and loaded. I have 3 pistols and 2 rifles up in this joint, and they're loaded. Oh, people still buying condoms. Absolutely. Steven, hey, those needs, they don't change, man. Adonis, there's a big move to the country. People are buying land. People are also trying to have a simpler life. There's a lot of people moving, buying land, starting farms. So you're absolutely right. Well, I mean, they were probably going to close underperforming stores anyway. They do this every year. So I wouldn't read too much into that. When they file corporate bankruptcy, okay, that's when it gets bad. Pretty much, James Rice, pretty much. DL, don't ever pay off a collection. Here's the thing with collections. If you pay off a collection and it stays on your credit report, your credit will not improve. I would only pay off a collection, like let's say you ate 8,000 in collections. I would say, hey, I would pay you $500 on this collection if you take it off my credit report. Come at them like that. Don't just pay a collection. It ain't gonna help you. Douglas Jones. Yep. That's funny. There ain't no way in the hell I'm gonna pay some chick $1,500 to $500. I'm not doing that. Just it's me and my ego. Because let me see. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Let's see. Man, I've got a whole bunch of good Lord. I can't show y'all these pictures. I cannot. Oh well, that's not gonna go like I thought it would. But essentially, All right, I could show that one. All right, when I can get something like that for free, why would I pay a bitch $500 to take a? That was free. That was free. That was game. Why am I? Nah, I ain't. No, no, no. I don't care what kind of personality. I don't care how famous she. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. Thank you, Dwayne Reeves. I had people fighting with me. They were fighting like, oh yeah, we're gonna have a V ship. I'm like, no, we're not. It's not happening. The economic data. I don't know what economic data you're looking at, but what I'm looking at says it's gonna be messed up. Jesse Sanders, that's funny. Man, Steve Jameson, you going way back. You were at the Flame? You were at the Flame? And Donna's Fuel, that is 100% true. The company I work for showing productivity increases since the virus. They're also dragging their feet on returning to office. I see it. A lot of people are never going to go back to the office, man. They're never going back to the office. It ain't going to happen. They're not going back. Thank you, Neck of the Woods, for the $5 super chat. But I just wanted to come here and clown with you guys and just have a little fun. It's a Friday night, and just to give you the Glendon Cameron economic stimulus update, the sugar baby. I mean, if I hadn't been doing the research, I wouldn't have noticed the uptick. But it's been a 10x increase, and you take that, then you take the high record number of unemployment for 12 weeks straight, even after we came down from the 6.6 million. And then you take the corporate layoffs, and then you take them, you put this is not going to be good. It can't be good. It's kind of like when you're like at the top of a hill, and then you start going downhill, and you get to the middle of the hill, you reach a critical level of speed, you can't slow down. That's where we are. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And the next 3 years are going to be very, very interesting for a lot of people. You're going to see a lot of downward mobility. You're going to see a lot of that. You're going to see people who are really taking it on the chin. So that's all I got for you guys. Be sure to get in the corporate toolbox by Saturday, because the price will go up Sunday, and I will talk to you guys later in another update. This has been fun. We should do it again. We will do it again. So with that, I'll see you guys later.